My 34F husband, 37M, revealed a secret I can't get past. I, 34F, don't trust my husband, 37M, and I'm struggling with a betrayal that happened years ago. My husband and I have had recurring trust issues throughout our relationship, mostly around him seeking attention and flirting with coworkers, but also lying about strip clubs and porn addiction, to name a few. While I don't have hard proof, my gut has told me more than once that he may have crossed a line, possibly even cheated. About a year ago, he admitted to something that's been weighing heavily on me ever since. Before we were married, he showed a friend a private, pornographic video of the two of us. When I reacted with shock and hurt, he tried to justify it by saying that my face wasn't in the video, as if that somehow made it okay. But it doesn't feel okay. It feels like a massive violation of my trust and my body. And the hardest part is knowing that if I had known about it at the time, I would have never married him. That knowledge has made me question the foundation of our relationship entirely. We now have 4 kids together, and that makes everything even more complicated. He seems sorry, but I don't know how to heal the resentment and anger I feel. He says he wants to change, but I don't know how to change my resentment. Honestly, it feels more violating than anything any other man has ever done to me. And I don't know how to process it, especially on top of the ongoing trust issues. I feel hurt, exposed, and confused. I don't know what the right path forward is. What would you do if you were in my shoes? You don't have trust issues, you have legitimate concerns based on your husband's behavior. I feel like calling them issues minimizes his behavior. Can you ever enjoy having sex with him again? Is it financially possible for you to be independent? These are the questions you need to answer. In some places this would be a crime. So IDK how anyone can be expected to get past this. I don't understand guys who do this kind of thing. The last thing I want is other people seeing my wife naked. I am so sorry. I would divorce him. I think the hard thing with these types of behaviors is that it hints at him not seeing women as human beings but as vessels for his ego and pleasure. And yeah, that's super icky to be with. And the thing that bothers you about this specific action is that maybe he doesn't see you as fully human autonomous person to be respected either. You should talk to him about this theory and see what he says. You had recurring trust issues throughout the relationship, so you went on having 4 kids with the man? And yeah, he's definitely cheating, he has no respect for you anyway. Divorce him or don't, either way you're screwed. BF26 male planned a threesome behind my 24 female back. I just found out a few hours ago, so forgive me if I sound upset. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. We have an apartment and 2 cats together. Many times he's talked about marrying me, and I really thought I found the one. Now I'm heartbroken and don't know what to do. The entire time we've been together he's only had male friends and we've hung out together before. Now recently he's been talking about some girl he met online years ago, and how she's back in our city and we should smoke together next weekend. I originally said okay, because he told me she was a lesbian. Then he let it slip that she's actually pansexual, and then I started getting a weird feeling. Eventually I broke down and said I felt weird about it because what if she's interested in either of us? It would just make it weird. Then he admits she actually told him she is interested in both of us. I snapped and demanded to see his phone, but he told me he already blocked her and deleted the messages. He showed me screenshots he took earlier though of him telling her he wouldn't mind if she and I had sex because I was wife material. WTF? I told him he's completely betrayed my trust and I couldn't believe he would do that to me, and he broke down crying saying he did it because he thought he wasn't good enough and he could find me someone that was. I don't believe any of that shit. I feel like I just wasted 3 years of my life. I love him so much and I feel like he just spat in my face. I want to kill them both. Any advice on how I should handle this? He told me he already blocked her and deleted the messages. Did he delete and block, even though she was supposed to be visiting next weekend? Or did it cross some threshold that even he thought was too much, so he deleted and blocked and then told you later? He showed me screenshots he took earlier though. Convenient, of him telling her he wouldn't mind if she and I had sex because I was wife material. WTF? That sounds so gross, like he was pimping you out or something. More likely this was the one line that sounded vaguely acceptable to show you out of their very unacceptable conversation. Although you are wife material, he's just proven to you he isn't husband material, and it's time you move on to upgrade with somebody that is. If you don't feel you can regain trust, end it. He clearly crossed a boundary then took zero responsibility. I also 100% do not believe that you're not good enough for me, so I went to find you a pansexual woman who will fuck us both, because that's obviously better. That's bull. Oh, the breaking down and crying. Such a big male trick, they always think they're going to get you with that one. Your boyfriend just wants to cheat, that's the bottom line here. Don't let him get away with it. I'm sure you can do better. He is cheating and planned to coerce you into taking part in a threesome. He didn't block her, he conveniently said so as a way to gaslight you and calm you down. You were calling him out on being disloyal and unfaithful, and all of a sudden someone who's coming to hang out is now blocked. Yeah, okay. Get your ducks in a row, find a new place to live and break up with him. Let her have him and the two of them can have their threesomes with someone else and you make room in your life for someone better. He doesn't sound naturally monogamous, so I'd have to leave him for that. F22. Need to break up with my boyfriend who's not my boyfriend, M36. How do I do this? So I'm not going to give a lot of backstory. I've known this guy for 3 years. I met him at work. We have almost nothing in common and I have no idea how or why we still talk to each other. Well, actually that's a lie. I still talk to him because I feel incredibly sorry for him. He is recently divorced and it apparently was really tumultuous. I know his wife was pretty awful to him. He's a recovering alcoholic, as am I. And I figured it would be a fun idea to have some sort of sponsor to help me through my recovery and vice versa. Over the years, we have helped each other stick to our program, but outside of that I really don't have much in common with him. I've never initiated more than a side hug with this guy. I dap him up before and after our coffee meets where we go over where we are in our recovery. Our last meet, I glanced over at his phone to check the time and it was straight up a picture of me on his wallpaper. It was a selfie I had taken with my little 1-year sober coin and he had cropped out the coin to just show my face. I've never been one to shy from confrontation, so I asked, "Hey, what the fuck is that?" And he stuttered a few barely believable reasons before he settled on it's to keep himself motivated in his journey. Whatever. He got weird and started acting squirmy and just started saying all this weird shit. If you've ever seen Fargo, the movie, think that scene with Mike Yanagita. Yeah, today, like just now, I found out this fucking guy has been calling me his girlfriend to everyone, from his family to my ex-coworkers. I don't even talk to my old coworkers, but I went in today and my old manager asks me, "How's blah blah doing?" He told me you guys had your 1-year anniversary dinner when he last came in. I was floored. In our texts, I had confronted him about it. He had said he thought we were together, that one day my asexuality would go away after I stopped taking my antidepressants, that he was serious about moving in together to keep each other motivated. Somehow it got into conversation that I was the whole reason he started working at our old job. Everything he said was so sad and I didn't know what the fuck to say, so I haven't said anything. He's currently blowing up my phone with messages about how this is giving him flashbacks to his ex-wife, that he has terrible abandonment issues, he feels alone. Literally think of the saddest, most pathetic thing you can imagine someone saying, and he's saying all of it. I know I can't do this. This is obviously not healthy for him in so many ways. I just don't know what to say so this guy doesn't hurt himself or relapse. But also maybe that's not my problem. How do I break up with him? Appreciate the concern from everyone. I am not worried about my safety. I live in a group home with security system. He doesn't know where I currently live, work or anything outside my name. I have no socials or family. My records aren't online. But I appreciate the concern. Most of my apprehension comes from just being overly sympathetic over his emotional state and life situation. That's why this is hard. It's like kicking a guy when he's already down. But no, I do not plan on keeping a friendship after I figure out what I'd like to say to him. I'm hoping what I do say is productive enough to at least push him in the right direction. Him relapsing or hurting himself is not your problem. I know that might sound harsh, but it's true. He is way older than you, invalidates your sexual orientation, lied to you, and is genuinely fucking insane for how extremely he's violating your boundaries. You do not owe him any explanation. Make sure to tell others what's going on so that when you cut off contact with him, people you trust will know the truth in case he pulls anything dangerous. Also, he is guilt-tripping you. If he threatens suicide or self-harm, you could call 911 or a suicide hotline or the addiction program, but do not engage with him otherwise. I think it would be best if we didn't contact each other anymore. Clearly, you've misinterpreted our friendship, and while I'm not mad, it has made me extremely uncomfortable. Please see a therapist to help you navigate these challenges. Screenshot everything, keep records, get an outdoor and indoor camera and watch your review mirror. Document everything. When people ask you what happened and why you broke up, you say unfortunately he is going through a rough patch and misinterpreted our friendship with something more. I hope he gets back on his feet soon. Not gonna lie, this is very scary. Be careful and take precautions, he seems unstable. I'm sober and the #1 truism of recovery is that no one can make us relapse, it's a choice we make on our own. He's made a whole lot of insane choices to make you the person he's codependent on in the aftermath of his divorce, and it's time to cut him off and start telling everyone the truth, that you were never together. If he's threatening to hurt himself, tell someone who loves him just so you can say you did everything you could. But block him completely, because that's wild behavior. Burying the lead there, but anyone who thinks that your asexuality will go away when you go off antidepressants is not for you. Bruh, we are ace. We are, if nothing, super careful and intentional getting into relationships, especially mixed orientation relationships. He was vulnerable and imprinted on you. Best of luck in getting out of it. Which you must, but he is not your problem. Be firm. Literally say, I am ace and we were not, are not and will not be dating. We are friends and unless we explicitly discussed otherwise, we are just friends. I'm sorry you misunderstood. You literally just say, we can't be friends anymore. I can't trust someone who creates a whole relationship with me that I don't know about. Then you block him. I 36F am considering leaving my husband 39M. I'm 36F, married to 39M. We've been together 20 years and married for 10. I'm well educated, I have a doctorate and a job. He dropped out of college and has been unemployed 5 years, and has been unemployed more than employed last 20 years. We live in a foreign country with a different language than our native English, and have for about 8 years. His ability to stay in the country is through me. I have permanent residency and qualify for citizenship. I love him like family, but I am not in love with him. I haven't been sexually attracted to him for at least 10 years. He is in love with me and is attracted to me. I don't like being intimate with him. At this point we have sex like once a month, mostly because he wants it and I feel bad. He's not bad, but I'm just not into it. He's also not unattractive, but he is just not attractive to me. I am not necessarily unhappy in my marriage, but a lot of the responsibility for our life is on me. He cooks and takes care of a few things, sometimes cleans a bit, but mostly plays games. He has no ambitions and doesn't want to put the effort into getting a part-time job. I guess I just want more which he cannot provide. I don't think things are going to improve because they've never really improved. It's sort of always been like this. I feel very guilty because if we divorce I feel like I will ruin his life. He'd likely have to leave the country, and I would destroy the friendship we built. I feel like if there is no one else interesting I might as well just keep my husband happy and leave things as they are. Probably I am afraid of being alone and dealing with the issue of dating. But I also don't think I can keep ignoring things anymore. I would like to know what this sounds like from the outside and suggestions on how to work through my feelings constructively. Am I being unfair to myself? To him? I feel like I should add that he is very supportive and has helped me deal with a lot of psychological problems. He's very caring and attentive. I'm not getting nothing out of our relationship. I knew where this was going as soon as you stated, I'm well educated and have a doctorate. Do him a favor and just move on to greener pastures. I dunno. I think you should try to find that spark again. Maybe you find him unattractive as he sounds unmotivated. Counseling maybe? I think you really need to tell him how you feel. He needs to evaluate himself through your eyes. I was in almost this exact situation. He doesn't love you. He loves the lifestyle you provide him. He gets to play games, do chores occasionally, and guilt you into sex. What he does for you is just the bare minimum that he knows will keep you around because it has been working all this time so far. It also sounds like you just aren't compatible. You are ambitious and he is not. This will cause resentment in both directions. Move on and don't even worry about dating. It's not a requirement that single people spend effort dating. It's okay to be single. You deserve more and better girl. You should not be supporting a whole ass man.